everyone, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited that you found me, and if you're returning, I'm so grateful you've decided to come back and watch more. I love all things luxury. I love luxury shoes, I love luxury handbags, luxury lifestyle and vlogging, and if they're things that appeal to you, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button down below and join me here. Go on, it's Christmas, hit the subscribe button, help a content creator out. It is the last day of Collectionmas. We have made it to the end. I have made it to the end. In honor of that, I am wearing my Christmas shirt, and I'll hang on, see if I can stand up for you guys. It says, it's fine, I'm fine, everything is fine, and a very distressed looking cat. So, oh goodness. So I wore this to work a few times in the last few days, and I thought in honor of the fact that it is Christmas Eve and this is going live at about 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve in Australia, there might be a few stressed people out there at the moment who are feeling like this poor cat at the moment. Maybe you're still madly wrapping Christmas presents. Maybe you are trying to put together children's toys. Maybe you're still arguing on the phone about, no, you can't go there for Christmas at 11 o'clock. We're doing lunch here. You need to be here. Those of you who have adult children are suddenly feeling that. Perhaps you've just realized you haven't bought for your great uncle, and you're deciding whether or not you need to go to the servo or petrol station and see what they have. So to all of you out there who are currently highly stressed, it's okay. It's going to be Christmas. It's going to happen. Time to roll with the punches. If it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. As if you're a parent, as long as Santa comes, it's okay. So hang in there, guys. It's almost over. By the end of tomorrow, Christmas Day, most of you will be done for the day. For those of you in Australia who might celebrate over Christmas and Boxing Day, in Australia, the 26th of December is Boxing Day. It's also a public holiday, and many of us will split our celebrations over 2 days. It's almost over, I promise. Even if you've still got to go into Boxing Day, it's almost done for another year. Please try and enjoy it. It is such a special time of the year. I love Christmas. It is always a busy time of the year for me, but ultimately I love Christmas. Having children has certainly added to that, but even before I had children, I loved Christmas. So I hope wherever you are at the moment, you are having a glass of wine and enjoying the Christmas spirit. And to celebrate that, I'm going to finish up Collectionmas with my Murakami collection, which I have promised several of you, and I know some of you are very excited about it. So these are my Takashi Murakami pieces from Louis Vuitton. They are all what would now be considered vintage pieces, and I collect these. I have some that I bought brand new at the time they were released, but only 2. Everything else I have bought on the pre-loved market, and I continue to collect these pieces and have them restored if they need restoring. So I have all of my pieces up behind me. There is one piece that is missing, and that is my pochette accessoire, which I unboxed recently. That's for Louis Vuitton, currently having the vachetta replaced, but otherwise all my pieces are here, and there are a few of them. It is not my biggest collection, but it is a work in progress. This is a labor of love for me. I continue to collect these pieces. Anytime you see I have one color but not the other, I am always on the search for it. So if I've got the white, I want the black, and I will continue to build this collection through the years. At the moment, I've got a real thing for the denim collection. I've been buying a lot of those pieces, but I always circle back to these Murakami pieces because I just love them so much. They were so synonymous with the early 2000s. You saw them everywhere. Every celebrity had them. I believe they are the most counterfeited luxury brand collection, if you will, that has ever existed. So these were so counterfeited. You saw them everywhere. And I believe that is one of the reasons that Louis Vuitton eventually made the decision to discontinue the canvas, because it was so counterfeited. It also had production issues. The white pieces, certainly the early white pieces, had production issues, and we'll talk about them as we go through my pieces. But it was certainly the most counterfeited range that Louis Vuitton ever did, and yeah, you saw a lot of bad fakes at the time, but these are all authentic. Most of them have been through Louis Vuitton for restoration, so that tells me that they are absolutely authentic, and I bought the others, so they are all authentic. And yeah, let's have a look at them. So we'll start with the SLGs. So I've only got 2. So I have this one in the black, and this is a key pouch, a 4-ring key pouch. I like a 4-ring key pouch. So it's just got some cardboard in there. And this was bought pre-loved but brand new. This has never been used. And you can see that it's still got cardboard in it. And it's got the 4 key rings. It is in perfect condition. Never been used. Love it. And I like a 4-ring. I only need a 4-ring. I don't need a 6-ring. At the moment I'm in a Bottega one. But when I come back to the 4 rings, and I'll probably look at this one. And then I have this, which is like a mini pochette, or their version thereof at the time. It might have a different name, I'm not 100%. It's somewhere between a clay and a mini pochette. Really good size, I've got to say. It's a little bit bigger than a micro pochette as well. And I wish they'd bring this size back. Massive lobster clasp on the end. Let's try that again, Meredith. Massive lobster clasp on the end. And the chain is lovely, and yeah, beautiful print. So I also have that one. So they're the only SLGs I have at this point. And then let's do my bags. I love these bags. Oh, they make my heart sing. So this is my keep all. I bought this pre-loved and had all the vachetta replaced, except for the vachetta on the front pockets, which cannot be replaced because it is glued and stitched. Anything that is glued cannot be replaced. Hot tip if you want to do repairs. So everything has been replaced except for those, so they do look darker than the rest. This will eventually patina as well, and it doesn't really worry me. I see it more as a feature. This bag for me was a mark that I had finally made it. So I wanted this bag when it was released. I couldn't afford it. I just couldn't. And at the time, I think it was about $2,500. Like, that's how much keep alls were at the time, and I couldn't afford that. I was, you know, in my early 20s. I didn't have that kind of money, so I never got it. And it used to haunt me. Like, I used to go stand in the stores and just look at it. When I got to like 40, I want to say, so it's only about, I only got about 2 years ago, I went, you know what, I'm going to hunt that piece down because I really wanted that piece. And I had quite an extensive collection by that point, but I hadn't really done a lot into the pre-loved market. So I went and I found it. And I bought it. Actually, I think Rod from the Lux Theory hunted it down. So Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet, I contacted her and said, hey, who do you use for your pre-loved pieces? Wasn't doing it the YouTube at the time. She had no idea who I was, but she was kind enough to help me out. And she said, go talk to Rod at the Lux Theory. I contacted him. I'll link all these people's down below. And he had it hunted down for me in like 24 hours, and I had it in a couple of days. And then Louis Vuitton took it and did their thing, and it's now a prized possession. I love it. I love that I have it, and it's beautiful. It's in perfect condition. Yeah, so this for me means a lot because I wanted it so bad at the time and I just couldn't afford it. Okay, next piece is this one. I think this is the Greta. So most of these that aren't in a traditional bag that they made the design for this canvas are named after, they have women's names. I'm pretty sure most of them are named after famous people. I'm pretty sure this is Greta and I don't know, maybe Greta Garbo. Maybe someone else has done more research into this than me. But once again, I bought this on the pre-loved market. I only have the white one. I have not had the vachetta replaced on this. I'm considering it. It has watermarks on it. It's quite tan, but I just haven't got to having this one done yet. I don't know why. I don't know if I might have thought I was getting the black one and I was going to wait for the black one, but I didn't end up doing it. So yeah, this one needs to go for a holiday. And these all have beautiful, beautiful red interiors. All the white have red interior, all the black have beige interior. The red interior had production issues. In the very early pieces of this run, there were bleeding issues. So on some of my pieces that are coming up, you'll see that. And there was bleeding through to the white leather from the very red interior, and there was staining. Some people have real issues with that. For me, it's part of the beauty of this range. If I have pieces with bleeding, it doesn't worry me. It's part of the history of that collection and therefore important to me, which people probably think is a little bit strange because I won't keep the patina. I want to get that changed out, but I'm all right with the bleeding into the canvas. Two separate issues for me. So the vachetta replacement is about giving it new vachetta and me making my mark on the bag because it's now my bag. The bleeding issue is a quality issue and part of the history of the bag. So two separate things to me. I'm fine with the bleeding as long as it's not too bad. I obviously don't go looking for those pieces, but if it happens, it happens. The vachetta, on the other hand, I will get replaced. So yes, this one still needs to go out. I've had it for a really long time. I must have been waiting for the black one, but I don't have the black one. And someone actually this morning sent me a listing for the black one. The Persephone in Melbourne have it at the moment. So Merry Christmas to Meredith, maybe. Then there's this one. So this is Courtney. This is named after Courtney Love. I know that. Courtney Love is not my favorite person in the world. I loved Nirvana. Poor Kurt. And yeah, the purists who love Nirvana, we don't really, you know, have an issue with Courtney Love, but we won't get into that. We're not arguing that here. But this is named after Courtney, and funnily enough, it is probably one of my favorite ones from this collection. It is a great bag. It comes with a crossbody strap, which makes it brilliant to wear. I have had this all replaced. Look at all that metal detail. These have massive, massive zippers. Oh, I'm going to fall off my chair. Massive, massive zippers, and they're just stunningly beautiful pieces. So much work in these. At the time, these all retailed, when we considered this retail for $2,500, these all retailed for really decent prices compared to what we get now. If we were to see something like this in Louis Vuitton now with this much metal work and this much detail of this size, I would be thinking like up in the $7,000-8,000 range. So yeah, these would be so expensive now, but I just love this shape. I love how much work it's got on it. This is one of my favorite bags from the collection. And because of that, we have that, and we have this one. The black version. This one has not had the vachetta replaced on it. It was never used, and it has patinaed nicely, and I quite like it with the black. So because there's no real marks on it, I'm fine to leave it as it is. There's a little bit of discolor, like where it's patinaed unevenly, but I'm all right with it. Some things I'm okay with and other things I'm not. It just depends on how many marks it has on it and if it looks good. And I really like the patina with the black on this one, so I've left it alone. I haven't taken it in. But once again, this really great shape and so much work. So I've got the black and the white and the Courtney. And then this is the Petite Noe. And mine's really, really stuffed. So I did have the vachetta replaced on this one. And I'm just trying to get some shape back into it because it's been flat for a really long time. Has the tag on it, but I've not had mine stamped. It has a pocket on that side and a pocket on that side. And this one I can see bleeding on. I just don't know if it's going to come up on camera. So let's swing it around. Let's see if I can show you the bleeding issues. So just on the side of the pocket, oh, there, you can probably see it's just a little bit pink on the leather, just around the edges. So that's bleeding. So they do get that pinkish tinge to them as they started to bleed. Does have the strap on top. It can be adjusted. I feel like there's another strap in the bottom, and then you can tie that bit as well. This style of bag is not one of my favorites. I've talked about that in previous videos, that I don't collect these. I'm not fussed on the Noes, the Neo Noes, the any kind of Noes. I say Noe to Noes. And that was a terrible joke. But I collect these ones because I want the Murakami pieces. But I've only got the white. I will look for the black. This one. I call this the Theta. My sales associate calls this the Theta. I don't know. I'm guessing I'm going to have to defer to my sales associate and call it the Theta, but for years in my head I referred to it as the Theta. Who knows? It was so counterfeited. So counterfeited. It was everywhere. They did this in a gold, they did this in a monogram. I loved it so much. Didn't buy it, and I always had concerns that if I did buy it, everyone would think that it was counterfeited because it was so counterfeited. Pretty sure this is the PM size. They did the GM size as well, so I am always on the hunt for the black ones as well as the bigger sizes. Love this bag. It opens up completely. I have had the vachetta done on it. It's so synonymous with that period of time. Celebrities had this. This was one of the more expensive bags in the range. It's got the metal details on the end. It's just beautiful. And you don't see a lot of these in the resale market. They can be really hard to track down, so definitely one that's on my radar that I'm looking for. I want all the sizes and the black ones as well. But yeah, love this bag. And then a few that we've seen before. So we've got my white Alma. So this is an Alma PM. They also did an Alma GM as well, and I'm struggling to find those in good condition because they have the pockets on the front with the glued bits as well. I've got to be careful. So this is the Alma in the PM size in the white, and of course we have the black Alma. So I also picked up the black Alma, also in the PM size. I also do a GM size, which I will look at in the future. But they're just beautiful, beautiful bags. I've had them restored. They've got the zipper on the back and all this stud detail. I just loved all this stud detail that was on these pieces. I wish they would bring them back. They won't. They just won't ever bring anything back. They sometimes do things that you can most certainly see are inspired by these pieces. But yeah, they're never bringing this canvas back, which is just such a shame because I just love these pieces. And then we move on to these ones. So pretty sure these are called the Judy, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. These have been off to Louis Vuitton to be refurbished, if you will. So they're a very big clutch, which I love, but it also has a chain. So chunky chain. Nothing like those beautiful pieces that we saw in the late 90s, early 2000s. So you can wear it as a very high shoulder bag. If I'm taking it out, which I admit I have not done since I've had it, I would wear it as a handheld clutch, which I love. But so much metal work on these pieces. So I have the white and I have the black. So this one hasn't been refurbished and you can see it's a different patina again because of that, but barely used. So the previous owner barely used it, so I've been fine to keep it. And this one has the chain attached to it at the moment. So yeah, a very big shoulder bag, but that's what we had. We had very big bags and very tiny phones. Teeny tiny little phones that would fit in the, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it because of the style of this bag, but teeny tiny little phone pocket which is just there because we all had Nokia 5110s, so that's where they fit. Or flip phones, Motorola flip phones, Motorola Razors, I want to say. Yeah, they were all the rage. And then this one, so this is called Chrissy. And I am on the hunt for the black one of this because I also love this bag. It's a great hobo style bag. It is beautiful. Mine's stuffed, which is why it looks so bulky. When it's not stuffed, it's got a much more pliable shape to it. But look at how much metal work is on that. Look at the tag, the clay. The clochette. Look at that clochette. It's got all the little studs on it. It's so much detail in these pieces. I just love them. The massive oversized lock on it is cool. All the stud work around the bottom. They're just stunning pieces. So yes, on the hunt for the black Chrissy, absolutely. And then we have the Speedies. So the Speedies were featured in my Speedy Collectionmas video, and I'll link that down below for you. And I'll also link my Alma video, which wasn't part of Collectionmas, but I have done it previously. I'll link it down below. So this is the black Speedy. This was purchased on the resale market, and they've got the pockets on the front of these ones. I have not had this vachetta replaced. It was in really good condition when I got it, so I've left it alone because I know that this can't be replaced. So I'm happy to leave it. There's not a lot of watermarks on it. It's great. And then this one. This is mine. This is an original. I bought this myself in Guam. Of all places, Guam. And I got it duty free. So yes, all these marks, this patina, these watermarks, these are all me. So yeah, this is a very original Speedy, bought at the time, not on the resale market. So I'm just looking at that. There's a scratch. See, very much me. Big scratch on that corner. But it's my scratch. I put it there. At some point I've used this bag and scratched it. That's fine. It's all me. So that's Speedy. We have the Speedy HL, which I bought on the resale market, and I've had the vachetta replaced. You can see a lot of the yellowing and bleeding through this one around the zipper. I don't know how well it'll come up on camera, but there is definitely some bleeding through around there. Don't have the black one, am looking for it. These are so expensive on the resale market. Like, I've seen these go up for like $5,000, and I'm like, I am not paying $5,000 for that. So I will try and find one in terrible condition that has excellent canvas and have it refurbished instead. But I am not paying $5,000 for something this teeny tiny, even if it does complete the collection with the black ones. So on the hunt for it nonetheless. This was my very first one. I bought this from the Sydney store. It was my only piece that I bought from the Sydney store that was brand new. I love it. Is it the Aurelia? I want to say I'm close on that one. This is well loved. This one definitely has bleeding issues. You can see it in the pockets on the corners. And it is one of the very first ones. So this is one of the original production runs. It is patinaed lovely. It is so well worn. It has so many marks on it, but they're all mine. This is all me, but still no rubbing on the edges, and the canvas is still bright and vibrant. It has patinaed beautifully. I loved this bag. I used it so much. I just thought it was brilliant. And yeah, it was my little piece of this collection that I could afford. It was the only piece I could afford at the time. I honestly don't know why I chose this one. I honestly don't have a story around it. I don't know if I chose it because it was a shoulder bag and I thought that would work better for me, or if it was one of the cheaper ones and I could afford it. That was most certainly a common scenario. But yeah, I don't know why I chose that one, but I did love it and I used it an awful lot. Obviously need the black one. And I think it came in a few sizes. I feel like this is the GM and it might have come in other sizes as well. I do have all the paperwork around these pieces. My sales associate has sent me pictures of the original catalogs that came out when these pieces were out. And I work my way through and I tick things off as I get them. I've got them in my study. But yeah, I'm working my way through slowly. The Treville, I want to say, in the white, also bought on the pre-loved market. I don't think I've had anything replaced on this. I think it was in just such good condition that I just left it alone. So it's a classic. This style of bag is just beautiful. There is no shoulder strap. It is a straight up handheld bag. This was in such good condition. Oh no, it does have a strap. I'm wrong. Does it attach to the sides? It must. It must attach to, because there's no other ring. Are you for that? Somebody tell me. Tell me in the comments down below if you have a Treville. Does this attach to the handles here? Or am I confused and this is just in the wrong bag? Help me. Somebody help me. I always assumed they were just handheld bags, but that now has me questioning if I am completely wrong and they do have a strap, but then I'm like, there's no D-ring for the strap. Help me please. Okay, they do have the pocket on the front, which, you know, for us these days is great for your phone because it'll fit, but still beautiful, beautiful little bags, like little suitcases. I love them. And then this one is Priscilla. So this is my Priscilla in the white, and obviously I need the black in the Treville. I also need the black in Priscilla. The white are the ones I love first. It's the red interior for me. I can't go past it. So the red ones are definitely my favorites, which is why I have more of them. But I am certainly trying to get the pairs. So I have all the pairs and all the pieces. There are a lot of pieces in this collection. It will be a labor of love over many years. It can't be super quick. They're just too expensive. And then I've got to refurbish them all, well, a lot of them. So yeah, I am working on it. But yeah. Beautiful, beautiful bag. This one definitely doesn't have a strap. Just checking now because I'm questioning myself. And I did have all the vachetta replaced on this, so it's just in beautiful, beautiful condition. Has to be handheld. You cannot put it over your shoulder, but just a beautiful piece. So these are all my Murakami pieces. These make me happy. I honestly feel like I'm sitting in my happy place at the moment. These pieces and the denim pieces, the original 2000 denim pieces from Louis Vuitton, they just make me happy. They make my heart sing. I know that's stupid when they're just inanimate objects. They're just bags at the end of the day, but they truly bring me joy, these pieces. I love them so much, and I'm grateful to have so many pieces. And yes, I will most certainly add more. I will unbox them for you guys as I find them. I will do vintage hauls on a regular basis so you can see what I'm adding to my collection. And if I do Collectionmas next year, which, you know, I've said I will, it has been an absolute marathon to get done in a very busy period at work while I am planning a wedding that is only like a couple of weeks away. And I am exhausted, so tired now. But if I don't do Collectionmas, I might do aspects of Collectionmas. So I will most certainly update these collections for you because they will absolutely grow over the 12 months ahead. So how many Murakami pieces do I have? There's 2 SLGs and there's 1 with Louis Vuitton. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20 Murakami pieces at the moment, and I am absolutely adding more. There will be more. There will be a much bigger number than 20 next year. So hang about for that. If you have liked today's video and you're in the Christmas spirit, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you here. Collectionmas is now over, but there is always more content, and there are so many unboxings because I have unboxed nothing through December and my floor around me is insane. So if you would like to see all the things that I've purchased that I have not yet unboxed, please make sure you're subscribed and hit that little bell notification so you know when I've uploaded videos. Please also come follow me over on Instagram. I put lots up in real time, lots around my collection and anything sales associates send me. I also give you a heads up when I'm about to post videos and what they're about. So please come follow me over on Instagram. I hope wherever you are in the world today, I hope you are having the most amazing Christmas Eve or whatever day you happen to be watching this. I hope that if you celebrate Christmas, that it is the most beautiful Christmas you have. I hope that it is filled with family and love and that Santa is very kind. I hope you have the most magical Christmas or holiday period you possibly can, whether you're celebrating or not. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.